Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Opening Night Trivia, the show that will finally answer the question, who is the finest geek around? My partner at this time, it is David Garcia. David, we have finally reached it. We put two people through this horrible gauntlet, and now we have the championship match, the long-awaited championship match. Who will rule this division? David, it is appropriate that you are here. You are the world's foremost expert on one of our players, Joe Farrely, your partner. Tell us a bit about him.
Well, the man is really good. I mean, he is one of the greatest Geek players I have seen. But again, so is Nico Regoli. He is here on his own right. People kind of expected Joe to make it to the championship match after that loss to Scully. But Nico is one of the most improved players and the most unknown players, because that man kind of overcomes his weaknesses every time he plays. So if in one match you catch him off guard with a category, in the next match he's probably going to have worked on it. So you never know how it is going to go.
Absolutely. Nico Regoli, also the proud owner of a win against somebody that Joe hasn't been able to beat yet, and that is Thomas Scully. Thomas Scully is the person that handed Joe that one loss that he has on his record in this division. And Nico played a close match with Thomas Scully, but he was able to win. He also beat Jay Burns, friend of the show, Jay Burns. Joe has wins over Dominic Rizzi, Albert. We've seen how good Albert is in recent months, and of course Antonio Chavez to qualify for this match. So it feels like it could be a pick'em, especially the way the categories have turned out. It's going to be a really interesting match. I'm glad that you're here with me to call it. Also, shout out to the boss Adelaide doing production stuff in the back, making sure that we can really focus on this witty banter that
that we are so great at.
That we're so great at. So that's enough from us. Let's hear what the players have to say.
So last time I didn't make the final. I have this time. It's good. Disappointed it's not against Scully, as he's the guy that knocked me out last time. You know, a little bit of a making up for my losses type thing. But Nico, I know what Nico's going to say in this promo. He's going to say, you know, he feels lucky to be here, or he doesn't feel like he deserves to be here. What am I doing here type thing, which is nonsense. Because he beat Scully, and I watched that match, and he beat Scully well. He played well. This wasn't because Scully missed questions and he got steals or anything like that, and he guessed a multiple choice steal and like that. He played fantastically, and he's earned this spot. And if he comes out with the title, he'll have earned that too. So I don't want to hear anything from Nico about how he doesn't deserve to be here, or that, you know, he shouldn't be here, or he's lucky to be here, because he's not. He's here because he's a good player. And I've studied and I prepared for this match the same way I would prepare for any match. Any match. Scully, Tui, Moses, Rizzi, Wiradama, Chavez, Garcia, any one of those players, I would have prepared exactly the same way. But like I said, I missed out on this last time, and I was very disappointed about that. And I've got that driving me today, and that's what I'm going to use to try and get myself my second Geek title. But Nico, you're a good player, and you've got a very good chance of winning this.
Joe, you know I love you as a friend and I respect you as a competitor. That's as much as I'll say about that. What I will say here is that for the past several days, several weeks, I've been thinking a lot. I've been reflecting a lot about the journey it's taken me to get here. We're coming up. We're just a few months short of the 4-year anniversary of my very first match in trivia. And I've had a lot of matches for titles in those nearly 4 years, but they were either in non-movie mediums, or they were tag team matches, or they were free-for-all matches. This is my first 1v1 movie trivia title opportunity in the nearly 4 years I've been around here. I have literally, my journey has been the literal longest from debut to title shot of anyone. That includes Caleb Coho. That includes Russell Howell. I have been at this. This is the longest anyone has gone from their debut to their first 1v1 movie trivia title match. And I have a lot of pride in that. I have a lot of nerves in that. It's scary because I had to overcome so much. I had to play catch up more than anyone else to get to this spot right here today. But I hope the big takeaway from everyone who watches this match is that, and they see me as an example of this, the journey may not be as short as you hope it will be to the top, and it may not go the way you think it will, but it never has to end until you're ready to end it. I did not want to end my journey until I got to the top, and I finally have a chance to make it to the top here today. And I hope to get to that top of the mountain today. And if I do reach that mountaintop today, I hope that when I stare up at the clouds, I see the face of a recently departed friend smiling down upon me. Father Robert Conley, this is for you.
Well, kind of what we expected. Nico opening his heart about his journey like he has done before in his previous post-match, and Joe basically repeating what he said when he won against Chavez, that Nico deserves to be here and that he has prepared for a fight. And honestly, that's what I am hoping we are going to get, a hard-fought brawl. Alex?
Yeah, absolutely. Joe's message. He's going to try and continue doing what he's been trying to do for a very long time now, and that's collecting gold. He has won. He's won tournaments. He is the current TNG champion, and he is set to make potentially another conquest here today. Nico Regoli, however, a bit more somber, a bit more serious than we've seen him in recent times. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. In fact, I think it might be a good look for him. David, it's 5 rounds. I think we better get started.
Yeah, let's get started.
All right. Then let's do it. Introductions. All right, everyone. Introducing first, with an Ontel Geek record of 3 wins, 1 defeat, with 2 wins by knockout. He is the reigning TM Geek champion of the world. He is Joe Hot Fuzz Farrely. You all right, Joe?
Evening, gentlemen. Looking forward to it.
Oh, that hurt. And his opponent, with an unbeaten Ontel Geek record of 2 wins, no defeats. He is Nico Suave Regoli.
Okay, that's as serious as I can be. Like, for one, it's going to be really hard to not laugh with the banter we're about to get, but also, like, I know if I get too serious throughout this match, I'm going to lose. Like, so I'm going to try and stay as relaxed as humanly possible from here on out.
Hey, Alex, Nico just told we are funny together.
Well, one of us is funny. All right, with the awful joke, let's get things started with round number 1. I'm going to run through the rules really quickly. In round number 1, you will both receive the same set of 10 questions from 10 different categories of what we here at Ontel Geek have determined to be geek. You will have around 15 seconds, or around the time it takes us to finish one of those lovely, lovely jokes, to write down your best attempt at an answer on that there whiteboard in front of you. You will then be called on by name to give that answer. Show us the board as well, please. The correct answer gets you 1 point, and a correct answer will not lose you any points, but you won't get any either. I would also like to remind you that you each have 3 uses of a repeat for this, a 5-round match, as well as a challenge should you need it. By the way, David, did I miss anything?
Yeah, the bonus question thing.
It's good to be here. It's good to be here with you again. Yeah, that's right. If you get all 10 questions correct, you will be eligible for a bonus question. I don't forget. I just like having David have something to say. Any questions from the field?
You said 3 repeats?
3 repeats.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. Use them wisely. David, how about you start with the first question?
Good luck, Nico.
Good luck to you too, my brother.
Sure. Okay. So, in the category of quotes, what Marvel villain says the following quote? Oh yes, a bolt of lightning into a huge copper conductor. I thought you lived at the school. And I'm going to repeat the quote because I stumbled. What Marvel villain says the following quote? Oh yes, a bolt of lightning into a huge copper conductor. I thought you lived at a school.
See, the joke was I made you read the quote. Would have been so much easier if I had done it. But you know what?
Yeah, it's a long question.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm really mad at whoever wrote it to make me read it.
Sometimes
Asshole.
sometimes it's your fault.
Yeah.
We're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The repeats. Pens are down. We'll start with Nico.
I just went with Electro because of the lightning.
We're gonna go over to Joe.
Went with Magneto because the Statue of Liberty.
Joe takes a 1-point lead. Just like that. All right. That will lead us to question 2 in the category of Star Wars. In The Phantom Menace, when Anakin flies off Naboo's palace, he asks R2 to try and disable what in the starfighter?
Oh, that was hard for you too. That was weird.
The words R2 and 2 shouldn't be. And how dare you?
You know, the thing is, if I said R2D2, it would have been the same. I had to do it.
The syntax didn't really work out for either one of us there. Our next question will be read to you by Adelaide. But spoilers, they're drunk. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The pens are down. We'll go to Joe.
The autopilot.
Over to Nico.
Autopilot.
Everybody's on the board now.
It's going to get us both killed.
Right, your next question comes in the category of Middle Earth. In The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, Mereth and Gilith is an Elvish feast that honors what? And we'll take a broad.
Can I get a repeat, but with Alex asking it? The accent was really thick there.
Sure. In The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, Mereth and Gilith is an elvish feast that honors what? And that was, I don't believe we're going to count that as a repeat because that is a minefield. I really should have taken the first set of questions, and I'm sorry.
I usually am good with Middle Earth pronunciation. It was probably the other part of the question.
Yeah, that went poorly for us. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens are down. We'll start with Nico.
I think I'm misremembering it. I wrote the Harvest Moon. I know it has to do with the opening of the mountain door with the moonlight. I just can't remember the exact phrasing.
We'll go over to Joe.
It's light.
I don't think we can take neither of those.
Yep, we were looking for starlight or stars. All right. No perfect rounds for anybody here today. We will try to move on to the category of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. In The Incredible Hulk, what character talks to Thunderbolt Ross in a bar at the end of the movie? Wow. Those hot. Yeah.
This movie, not as bad as people say it is.
No, it's just kind of serious.
And it's in a very weird place inside the MCU.
Yeah.
It's very forgettable.
I physically can't say the director's last name.
Interesting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens are down. We'll go to Joe.
Tony Stark.
We're to Nico.
Hey, you guys want some shawarma? It's Tony Stark.
I do totally want some shawarma.
The Shawarma Initiative coming soon to a TV show trivia show near you.
Indeed.
You know what, Alex? I really think you should have taken the first set of questions, but I'll do.
Do you want me to do it? I'll do it if you want.
No,
Let's
I'll
do
do it. I don't even know how that is pronounced. Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We'll switch it.
I vote for him to ask it.
Yeah, I will ask this question. Your fifth question will come from the category of the mixed bag. What comic book movie has Shiwan Khan, offspring of Genghis Khan, as the main villain?
Yeah, Siwan.
What is this bit? Is this a bit you're trying?
No, I was trying to pronounce it right.
Vocal
Siwan.
warm-ups that we should have done before we started the show.
Probably a good idea. Siwan Khan.
I don't know what Adelaide's doing in the back, but it's really making me uncomfortable.
Reminds
5,
me of Shao Kahn from Mortal
4,
Kombat.
3, 2, 1. Pens are down. For this one, we'll start with Nico.
Alec Baldwin's mask in this movie makes him look like his brother Billy. It's the Shadow.
The Shadow, and we go over to Joe.
The Shadow.
Both correct. Very impressive.
Next question comes in the category of DC movies. In The Dark Knight, the vote with the citizens makes a vote to decide if they detonate the bomb or not. What is the result? And we are not looking for a very, very specific counting.
We don't need a 23-word explanation. What is the result of the vote? Sorry, I'm looking at the private chat. You need Sharpay to help you prep for showtime.
Right.
Never miss a chance to reference High School Musical, except always do that because High School Musical, and this is true, sucks. There, I said Adelaide. Go 5.
Keep in mind, he's my teammate. I have to deal with their.
Well, you know what? I'm not, so I don't know what you want me to do. We'll start with Joe.
Somewhere on a flashcard, I have the exact vote, but they vote for, as in they vote for blowing it up.
And we'll go to Nico.
I thought they didn't detonate.
And with that, Joe continues to lead. Yeah.
They
don't go through with it, but the vote is for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Joe with the 2-point lead going into the next question, which is, wow, I did just take all your favorite categories, though, didn't I? We're going over to the Wizarding World. In Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, where are Harry and Cho when he asks her to go to the Yule Ball with him?
Yeah.
Yule Ball, your eyes out.
Yule Ball. Yep.
David, who would you have taken? Well, who would you have asked to the Yule Ball?
You mean in the Wizarding World?
Yeah.
Ginny, probably.
Oh. Think you would have been able to convince her of this?
Well, that I don't know. I would have asked.
Okay. When we go to your...
Neville's got nothing on you, David.
Yeah, when we go to the answers, I want to hear everybody's answers on who they would have asked to the...
That's my partner.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens are down. We'll start with Nico.
Should have asked how specific. I just wrote outside.
Go over to Joe.
The Owlery and Hermione.
Nico, I know for a fact you know that we will not accept outside. The correct answer we're looking for is Owlery. Yes.
I don't like where this score is going right now.
3
5 rounds, Nico.
Yeah. Plenty of time left.
All right. Now to the category of DC EU. In Zack Snyder's Justice League. Nah, that's...
Still haven't seen it, you asshole.
I was suffering the after effects of a COVID vaccine watching that.
It worked.
Nailed it.
Worked.
Nailed it.
All right, sorry. Had to. In DCEU, in Suicide Squad, who convinces Slipknot to try and escape?
A bird just ran face first into my window.
Huh. Was
For
it
the
a
jokes that include this movie,
Was it
a
a
bird just.
Was it a penguin?
No, I said flew.
Yeah, I
Those
know.
idiots can't fly. And I'm thankful for it. Because you know what that means? Less penguins to punch. That's right. Come at me, Oswald Cobblepot. You
I
ain't
you
shit.
hate penguins.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens are down. Joe.
Captain Boomerang.
And we'll go over to Nico.
Captain Boomerang.
Righto. Both are correct. All right. Next question. Marvel. Oh, yeah, that's right. This question. Who played Stick in Elektra? In a movie that technically exists, but
Technically
like,
exists.
who cares?
Let's hope these two get enough.
Yeah. Where are my New Mutants questions, David?
I haven't seen it yet, so
Phooey on you. Phooey. That's not even that good, honestly. I just like it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens are down. We'll go with Nico.
Malcolm McDowell.
And we'll go over to Joe.
Kneel before Zod. Terrence Stamp.
Terrence Stamp is
fuck
correct.
me.
yeah, it's the other one.
Thing is, I know what Nico was trying to do there.
What was
Yeah.
I thinking of?
You were thinking of oh goodness, what's he in, David?
Generations? What are you?
Well, yes, technically speaking, you were thinking of Generations.
Tank Girl.
Tank Girl. Also technically correct.
I
A
swear
Clockwork Orange. Easy A? Really? Is he an Easy A?
Yes.
Okay. I haven't seen that movie in a while.
Speaking of, Star Trek. What Star Trek movie has a villain named Manas?
You said Malice?
Manas with an N.
Oh.
I am really happy how that Snyder Cut joke turned out.
Yeah.
I wrote that one in the question specifically for me to remember to say it.
That's true. It is in the document, which is the worst part of David's jokes. Having worked with him for a while, is he occasionally writes them in the document, and I have to go.
You know what? Now I am glad you took that set of questions, so I could ask my own joke.
That's true. Why didn't you format this so that I had to? It's fine.
That's true. We had to.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens are down. Ugh. Joe.
Star Trek Beyond.
Nico.
Beyond.
Star Trek Beyond. So at the end of round number 1, Joe with a 4-point lead, 9-5. A fantastic song and also a great start to this very interesting title match. That will lead us to round number 2. And this is going to feel pretty familiar. This is our usual round 2. 3 categories have been chosen. And now the players will each choose one. They'll get 5 questions. Multiple choice is on, though it will drop the point value of 2 down to 1. Everyone still has their repeats. Everyone still has their challenge. Joe is in the lead. So he will have his choices between to go first and to go first or second and to pick first or second. Today's categories are Star Wars, Marvel, and Mixed Bag.
Remember that the one you guys don't choose will come back to bite you in round 5.
And potentially in round 3 as well.
Yep.
I will pick first, and I will pick Star Wars, and I will, as always, go first. apart from that one time against Nico in fandom, but that wheel was atrocious, so it made sense.
Reasonable. All right. Star Wars is off the table. Nico, would you like Marvel or mixed bag?
Give me Marvel.
All right. Nico is taking Marvel. Both of those categories are now off the table for round number 3. David, if you don't mind, I'll take the Star Wars question. I know you are.
I think I should. I mean, in this case, I usually ask Joe's opponent to avoid controversy, but considering that Nico has troubles with my accent, maybe it's best if I
also
ask.
Reasonable. For the
If you
record,
don't
I
mind.
think your question is lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. Joe, your questions in Star Wars. In Solo, a Star Wars story, what's the full designation of Lando's co-pilot droid?
L337.
That's correct for 2 points. Your second question. In Attack of the Clones, who is the first person to ignite a lightsaber?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A. Anakin, B. Obi-Wan, C. Mace Windu, or D. Count Dooku.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Anakin.
That is correct for 1 point. Your third question. In Return of the Jedi, while fighting in Tatooine, Luke tells Leia to get the gun in Jabba's ship and point it where?
I might be mishearing it in my head. Multiple choice.
3.
Is it A, the command center, B, the Sarlacc, C, the deck, or D, the explosives?
Yeah, so I was going to say I wasn't sure I was mishearing it. The deck.
That's correct for 1 point.
Gives a whole literal meaning to the phrase "hit the deck."
Sounds great in a New Zealand accent.
In the Clone Wars movie, who kills the protocol droid who is working for the Separatists in the planet Thed?
Ahsoka Tano.
That's correct for 2 points. And your last question. In The Last Jedi, Finn gives the cloaked binary beacon to whom before leaving to Canto Bight?
Five, 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, Rose, B, Holdo, C, Leia, or D, Poe.
I was going to say Poe Dameron.
That's correct for another 1 point and the sweep of the category.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was Commander Daisy or Billy Lord's character.
Well, TV went into...
All right. At the end of Joe's round, he has a score of what I believe to be 16 points.
16 points.
Yep. So Nico can get within 1, depending on how his round goes in the category of Marvel. Nico, are you ready?
We'll find out in a moment.
All right. Let's see. Your first question. In Deadpool, what prize does Vanessa get at the arcade with her tickets?
Oh, crap. Multiple choice, please.
5. Okay. Is it A, a pencil eraser, B, a Yogurtland card, C, a fluorescent pen, or D, a Voltron ring?
Let me hear the options again, please.
All right. Is it A, a pencil eraser, B, a Yogurtland card, C, a fluorescent pen, or D, a Voltron ring? Five, four, three.
Pencil eraser.
That is correct for 1 point.
I knew the Voltron ring was somewhere in there, but it was like who actually got it and who gave it as a gift and things of that nature.
All right. Second question. In Hulk, after the Gamma accident, Bruce refers to a part of his body being bad, only to say now it's good. What body part?
There are a million dirty jokes you could make with this question. Multiple choice.
Five. All right. Is it A, eye? Is it B, his hand? C, knee? Or D, arm?
His knee?
That is correct for another point. All right. Third question. In Spider-Man 2, how much money does Aunt May give Peter for his birthday?
This is not going the way the match with Scully went when I picked this category. Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, $10, B, $20, C, $50, or D, $100? Five, four, three,
$20.
2. It's correct for 1 more point.
I knew it was 20 or 50. I was hoping you'd pick one of them in case I could steal.
All right. 2 questions left. In X-Men First Class, Sebastian Shaw absorbs the power of what weapon, only to use it afterward to kill Colonel Hendry? Henry. Excuse me.
I was trying to watch this before the match. Didn't get very far into it. Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, a machine gun, B, a bazooka, C, a grenade, or D, a gun?
I'm going to use my first repeat for both the question and the options.
All right. Once again, the question. In X-Men First Class, Sebastian Shaw absorbs the power of what weapon, only to use it afterward to kill Colonel Henry? Is it A, a machine gun, B, a bazooka, C, a grenade, or D, a gun?
Bazooka?
That is incorrect. So we'll go over to Joe for a 1-point steal. Once again, your options. Is it A, a machine gun, B, a bazooka, C, a grenade, or D, a gun?
Grenade.
That is correct for a 1-point steal. All right. 1 question left. In Men in Black International, what is the code name of the character played by Liam Neeson?
T.
So we're going to go over to Joe for a massive 2-point steal.
High T.
Oh.
That is correct for 2 points. Massive steal.
Horrible.
All right. At the end of round number 2, Nico picked up a few points there. Not the round he was hoping for. The score now, as I have it, 8 to Joe's 19.
Still
Plenty of
5-round
game.
match.
Yeah,
So-
This is a 5-round match. So a little bit of game left. We go now to round number 3. It is the opponent's choice round. In this round, each player will choose a category from the list to give to their opponent. That player will receive 5 questions worth 2 points. There will be no multiple choice. There will be no stealing. From this list, we can say that the categories used in round 2 are out. The categories taken out by the players prior to the match for rounds 2 and 3 are also out. Now, interesting note for this round that the champion can actually choose to remove mixed bag, quotes, and Oscars. So we gave the choice as long as both players agreed to remove those from the list. Both players did not agree to take out those categories. So those categories are in. The only categories that I believe are out are Star Wars, Marvel, and I believe mixed bag.
Mixed bag. Yep.
Yeah.
The ones in round 3.
So-
No, mixed bag. Not mixed bag wasn't used in round 2. So
Okay,
mixed bag.
so-
Quotes should be out.
Yep.
And so should Oscars.
Yeah.
Quotes and
Oh,
Oscars, yeah.
so, there we go.
We didn't really want to like reveal.
We need to know what we can't
Yeah.
pick. So that's
Yeah.
kind of fair.
Let's go ahead and give you the whole list. Your categories. Joe. Because you are in the lead, you will select which category Nico will answer 5 questions from. And the list is Mixed Bag, Wizarding World, Star Trek, Middle Earth, DC, DCEU, and MCU.
Mixed bag, please.
All right. So that is out. And Nico, which category would you like to give to Joe?
Let me hear those options one more time, please.
So without Mixed Bag, your list is Wizarding World, Star Trek, Middle Earth, DC, DCEU, or MCU.
No scores and soundtracks?
No, that's not a category here.
Let's go DC.
All right. So, Joe, would you like to go first or would you like to defer? I feel like I already know the answer.
I think I'll defer this time.
Okay. Surprising me. And so we will go to Nico for his questions in
Mixed Bag. No multiple choice. So they are in the round 2.
What?
The Mixed Bag questions are in the round 2. They are
I
the
see it.
round 2 questions then.
I see it. Okay, so Nico, if you're ready,
Sorry, just there's no ceiling in this round, right?
no stealing.
No.
There is
No
also,
multiple
once again,
choice.
no multiple choice in this round. All right, so Nico, your first question in Mixed Bag. Who composed the score for Unbreakable?
Of course, it's a composer's question.
All right, we'll
Danny
go.
Elfman.
5. Danny Elfman is incorrect. Looking for James Newton Howard. Going to continue in Mixed Bag. In Sky High. What is the name of the assembly where freshmen show off their powers?
Oh, fuck.
We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't have it now.
No repeats. All right. Yep. Looking for power placement.
I was going to say power play. I would have been so close.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have got it either, man.
All right. Moving on. Third question. In Dread, what is the name of the character played by Lena Headey?
Oh, fuck. What is her name?
Go 5, 4, 3, 2.
I hate
One.
this round right now.
Looking for Mama.
Oh, fuck.
Moving on. Fourth question. In Scott Pilgrim versus the World, After defeating which of the X's does Scott earn an extra life?
Roxy?
It's incorrect. We were looking for the Katiyanagi twins. All right. Fifth and final question in mixed bag. What is the name of Max's school bully that turns out to be a villain on Planet Drool in Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D?
None of these are the mixed bag movies I prepped for this.
We're going to go 5.
Steve.
It's incorrect. Looking for Linus.
Yeah, thanks for making me watch that movie, by the way.
That's, yep. So at the end of Nico's round 3, he scored no points in this round. We're going to go over to Joe for this round of DC movies.
All right, Joe. Your questions in DC. In Superman 2, when Zod and his crew arrives on Earth, they are attacked by what wild animal?
Snake.
That's correct for 2 points. Your next question. In V for Vendetta, Peter Creedy is the head of the secret police, called what?
Fingerman.
It's correct for 2 points. In Batman Begins, what does Rachel give Bruce for his birthday?
The Arrowhead.
That's correct for 2 points. Let me do math. Okay. In what DC movie? Okay, all right. What DC movie has a character called Pooch?
The Losers.
That's correct for 2 points. And if my math is not wrong, considering the format of round 5 and round 4, if Joe gets this one, it will be a knockout.
Yes, the next potential points is 15.
It's
Well,
actually 20.
Oh,
It's
excuse
20.
me. 20.
It's 20 points, but still. So, Joe, in Joker, what is the name of Arthur's former co-worker that he allows to live after killing the other?
Which one does he kill? Which one does he let live? Randall.
And we are going to round number 4.
Gary.
We're looking for Gary.
I was the other one.
All right. So at the end of round number 3, we have a score of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 27 points to 8. Going into our 4th round. This is the speed round of sorts. We will be asking both players the same set of 5 questions from randomized categories. They'll use their whiteboards. We will be giving them a question, and they will have around 50 seconds to write down the best attempt at an answer. If they write something down, we do have to see it for this round. The correct answer will get them 1 point. If their whiteboards are blank, they will not lose any points, but they won't gain any either. However, if they write something down and it is incorrect, they will lose a point. All right, let's see. Once again, we will not be giving you any categories here. Your first question. The character of C-3PO has appeared in how many Star Wars movies?
Reminder to the competitors, if they have the intention of not answering, we have to see a blank board.
Yeah. All right. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Nico.
11.
Over to Joe.
11.
Both correct. Second question. What MCU movie marks the screen debut of Wanda Maximoff? All right, we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens are down. Joe.
I know it's wrong. I was trying to write Thor the Dark World, but I only got Thor out anyway, which that ain't it.
That is a loss of a point. Nico.
Age of Ultron.
Also a loss of a point. We're looking for Captain America, the
I
Winter
see.
Soldier. And your winner, by way of knockout, it is the new champion, Joe Hot Fuzz Farrely. Well done, Joe. Well done, both of you. Well played, well fought. We're going to actually, I think, start with Joe.
Yep.
Give Nico a moment.
Joe. Well, congratulations, Joe. You did it. How are you feeling?
Yeah, to win another title is fantastic. You know, I said after that, I was hurt after that defeat to Scully. You know, I don't think I lost to Scully because of how he played. It was because of how I played. You know, if I hadn't made those mistakes, that match goes to sudden death. I still could have lost, but I think I would have probably felt better about the defeat. This is good. Yeah, a little bit rushed for that last question. I don't know what happened. I was still a little bit flustered, but no, it feels good. You know, again, it worked in my favor. The game plan worked out ahead after round one. It did what I needed to do. I was sort of doubting myself after watching Nico's match against Scully, seeing how well he did in Marvel. Questions didn't work out for him in this case, and the fact that he took the other sort of mixed baggish category off the wheel made the choice for round 3 easy for me. And I think, as Alex said numerous times in this league, the opponents have taken DC, and I've got the steals, and this time it was for me, and the questions worked out. But Nico's got nothing to hang his head about on this. You know, he offered up 1 steal in all of round 2. Or sorry, 2 steals in all of round 2. He played really well in round 1. Round 3, it was mixed bag. You know, no one wants it. It's an opponent's choice round. No one wants it. You know, you could tell I think if he'd had multiple choice, which unfortunately wasn't available, I think he'd have absolutely crushed it. And I know the kind of player Nico is. I've seen how he goes. I think, like he said before, this would be his first one-on-one title match for movie trivia. And if he's the kind of guy I think he is, this will do for him what that defeat, that knockout to Robert Parker did to me nearly 2 years ago. He's a hell of a player, and this match does not reflect the kind of player he is. That Scully match reflects the kind of player he is.
Well, you won't find anybody disagree. Not from us. Joe, this puts you in an interesting position. Not only are you of course, the reigning champion of our sister league, TMG, but you are also now the reigning champion of this here league. And you have a hell of a division to rule over. I mean, there's so much talent here. Who are you looking forward to facing next?
It's a tough one. I've been watching those Geek Challenge Cup matches, and there's a lot of talent lying in waiting, ready to pounce. You know, I think the obvious choice of who I want to play is Scully. There's that blip on my record, and if I can overcome that, turn that, you know, have it 1-on-1, I can be happy with that. So I think Scully would be the one I would really want to run the next tournament and face, just to make up for that. But having watched Geek Challenge Cup, the amount of talent coming through is ridiculous. And it is nice to know that, you know, my first title match in the next 8 days was a success, because I didn't really want to come out of these 8 days with no titles. And given my opponents for those title matches, it was a very real possibility. So I'm knowing I'll be coming out of this with at least one title intact is good. Is a good feeling for me. But I'm fully intending on having 3.
All right.
Yep.
Well, the champion has spoken. The new champion has spoken. Congratulations once again, your winner, your champion, Joe Hot Fuzz Farrely.
3.5 years trying to get to this point. And, in those 3.5 years, not only have I busted my butt, but I've seen a lot of people who showed promise as competitors a lot earlier than I did. They would get to they would get to opportunities just like this one. And something about just being in the championship environment just blindsided them. Like credible, very talented competitors like Jay Burns and Sandy Robinson, Dominic Rizzi, even Thomas Scully, who guys who have made it to the title shot, but like they get there against guys like Robert Parker and Nicholas Tuig, and just something about being in that 5-round environment. The questions are tougher than you think they will be, and the 3-round matches where they look like absolute studs, they get into that 5-round environment and they look like it's their first time out. And I was really, really hoping that would not be what my performance would look like if I ended up on the losing end here tonight. And sadly, I'm not only on the losing end, but I look exactly the same way I hoped I wouldn't come out. 8 points to finish off the entire match. That it's incredibly disheartening. Like, I knew the competitor Joe was coming in, and I busted my balls trying to make sure I watched every single movie that was eligible for this league, so that I would be prepared. Specifically, movies that I hadn't seen before. I tried to get those off the list, and unfortunately, barely any of those movies came up in the questions that were asked about. Instead, it was just movies that are regularly watched, and some a lot of them loved by people. And like, I wanted to cover as many bases as I possibly could in preparation for this, and unfortunately, none of those bases that I did cover were what we covered here in this match. And this has been a hard month for me. This was, if you count miscellaneous as an actual league, this was my 3rd of 5 title matches I have had to compete in a calendar month, and I'm so far 0 for 3. I don't want to go 0 for 5. I'm afraid of what it'll do to my soul, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do after this.
Well, Nico, I personally speak, I think, and a lot of people think like me, you have proven already that you belong in the division. You have proven that you belong in, at least in the Geek division. That's where I move around. You have proven your knowledge. Everyone has a match like this. Hell, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to come out soon. I scored 0 points in a match that dropped recently. Everyone has a match like that, and the only thing that comes out of matches like this is that you come back stronger. You, unfortunately, are going to be out of the next picture, given that you just played in a title match, but that's going to give you time to recover. That's going to give you time to try and, I don't know how to say the word in English, but you put your head in the right place, and we know you are going to be back stronger, and you are going to give great performances as we have seen you give before. Alex?
Yeah, I've absolutely no doubt. I agree. Everyone has a match like this. We see them go up all the time, and one bad match does not a horrible competitor make. I don't believe that. I never will believe that. Nico, it's absolutely an honor and a pleasure to know you as a person. You're an incredible player, you're an incredible guy. Whatever it is that the future holds for you, I'm very excited and I can't wait to see it. It's a rough day for you, but you know what? I know for a fact that you'll be back.
Before you send me backstage, this match was in dedication to Father Robert Conley. He is a local martial arts legend here in Western Pennsylvania. He was actually one of the instructors to my own instructor, Grandmaster Philip Amaris. We found out last night that he passed away. I believe he was battling melanoma. I didn't know he was going through that fight, but he was a good man, a great teacher, a great man. I and I don't consider myself to be very religious, but he was a religious man. He was a man of the cloth, and uh, I, uh, I hope he's looking down and he's satisfied with everything his students have done in their lives, even and including this. Even if it wasn't my best performance today, I hope he can at least be proud of this. I realize that's not much for you to go off of. But
No, it's all good. I will never. This is not a thing I wanted to interrupt. I wanted you to absolutely say your piece. I'm very sorry for everyone's loss out there. Nico, we'll see you soon. All right.
Well, Alex, we have a champion.
We
Joe
have
Farrely.
a champion, Joe Farrely. An incredible performance by Joe Farrely. He missed one question, 2 questions, I believe.
Something like that.
You and I have said for a really long time, Joe is one of the boogie men of this division. Like I would not want to play Joe. It sounds like a nightmare. And he just continues to get better and better and better, in part to incredible training methods, in part to a fantastic partner, whatever that guy's name is. There you have it. I don't know anything about getting championships. I'm bad at everything that I try to do. But I do know a little bit about announcing, and what my favorite announcer has told me, or what I've heard him say, is climb the ladder, make yourself famous. Joe Farrely continued to climb the ladder. He is now at the top of Ontel's Geek division. Who will try to take the belt? That is a question for another time. That is it. That is the championship match. This has been Ontel Geek for everyone here today. And once again, from our new champion, Joe Hotfuzz Farrely. Like, subscribe, or don't. Stay out of trouble. Stay inside, stay safe. And once again, Nico, we're very sorry for your loss.